So, this video might hurt a few people's feelings. It's not my intention. My intention is just to guide you and provide some love and guidance. And this video is coming from a lot of research through what I've experienced in my tribe, my community. So it's probably like a broad topic here. We're going to be talking about law of attraction extremes. We're going to be talking about extremes. It's very powerful. It will dramatically change your perspective around law of attraction, aligning to the thing that you're wanting, aligning to your highest timeline, being more connected to a higher power. Extremes. Let's get into it. Hey superstar, Gavin is here from Wake Up Fulfilled. This video is going to be about extremes. To support the channel, be sure to leave a comment in this video if you found something that you liked. Also, you can go below or on the side and add some of the videos to your watch later list or up next list. Keep watching, keep learning, keep expanding. This video is going to be about extremes. So what happened in my life is I would go to extremes in certain areas. I would go to extremes in love. Life is all about love. I need to go love. I need to be in a relationship that's going to make me feel fulfilled. That's going to make me become happy. I done it with business. I went to extremes in business. Oh, I want to be successful. I'm going to make it happen. I done it with gym and muscle building. Like I actually used to be a lot bigger. Like I was like maybe perhaps 13 and a half stone. I'm not sure what that is in pounds. But right now I'm very slim guy. But I used to be quite, big. And that wasn't my natural way. It was just like I was going to the gym, I was working out. And so I went to an extreme with that. Made me feel good, but I became unhealthy on the inner world. Looked good in the physical, didn't look good in the inner world. I went to an extreme. I done it with business. Like I said, I went to one extreme, which was business success, material success. And then I went to the total opposite, which is like spirituality, Zen, hippified. Ding, 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 right? So I went totally like Zen, like you don't have to worry about anything. Life will take care of itself. Don't need to worry. Don't worry, I'll just manifest. The universe will save me, etc. I was in that kind of mindset. And that's when I learned that, you need to have that balance between the poles. Step into your isness. Make isness your business. Is, if you don't know what is neutrality. Spirituality is neutrality. Just making everything normal. Putting everything on a level plane. No good, no bad. No left, no right. No up, then no down. Hot and cold are along the same pole. Temperature is. The temperature is the is of the temperature of the is of the hot and the cold. Right? Of the up and down, we have direction. Up and down, direction is the is. Because once you have direction, there's nothing else. It's just direction. Right? We have the male and the female. Human, light man. Light being, light worker, light warrior. Star seed. And so, we want to understand that we want to find the isness when it comes to the law of attraction. Making what we want normal, making what we want natural. Now, what we tend to do, and what I found through my research of studying people in our tribe, right? Through working with them one-on-one, through doing group coaching, through doing live calls with people, through my head coach Jaden Johnson doing live calls with people, speaking to people, helping people, through all our coaches and what they do, what they're seeing and what we're seeing is that a lot of people are going to extremes in terms of how they think about the law of attraction. They rely on it way too much. Way too much. They're going to an extreme, relying upon and leaning upon the universe. Leaning upon some external thing that's going to come into their life to make them feel fulfilled, or some external thing that life is going to magically, work out for me in some way, shape, or form. So, the extreme is that I'm going to manifest a new house, I'm going to manifest money, I'm going to manifest this, I'm going to manifest that. But there is no actual logical way of you getting there. It's just like it's going to happen. Now, whilst that can work, I wouldn't say it's the best approach. We have to become the person that facilitates the results in our lives, the behaviors, the attitudes, the mindsets, in order to get there. We have to have a logical way of making those external material things actually happen. If there's no logical way, it's going to be a real struggle. Now, with the law of attraction, some teachers say, forget about the hows. I agree. You do have to forget about the hows. However, do not forget the mindsets, the behaviors, the habits that lead to where you want to be. So if you are wanting to make more money, what attitudes, behaviors, mindsets, talents, abilities, skill sets do you need in order to make that happen in your life? Is it that you need to start a business, a side hustle, right? What is it that you need to do? It's crazy, but there's a lot of people who think it's just going to happen out of just some magical thin air. Like, that's not how it works. That's not how the law of attraction works. The law of attraction happens from you taking action. Like, you have to take action and do something and change and grow and expand. Now, in terms of manifesting those little things, like a meal, or someone buying you flowers, or someone smiling at you, or someone calling you, or whatever it is, right? This is easy stuff. What about the big stuff? You want to be a millionaire, you want to make a lot of money, or whatever it is. It requires you to shift yourself. The personality that you are right now doesn't equal the reality that you want. Like I said in this video, this might hurt some feelings. If it's hurting some feelings, there's some resistance that you have against becoming a greater version of yourself. In relationships, we believe sometimes, and what we're seeing is that it's just going to fix itself, it's just going to work out. This is not true. You have to have an idea of where you're going, a vision, and then you work towards making it happen. Who do I need to become in order to make that happen? A lot of people think in terms of have, be, do. So when they get that thing, then I'll be more like this, then I'll be more like that, right? Then I'll start doing this, then I'll start doing that. The trick is to flip the script and be the person that does the stuff so they can have what they want. That's the key. Because the challenge is, now if you have that thing, let's say you just manifest, crazy amount of money out of nowhere, just say it's money or a relationship or something like that. Are you the person to maintain and sustain that, even grow that in your life? Right? It's easy to manifest. The hard part is keeping a manifestation, sustaining and growing. That's the hard part. That's the challenging part. What is another thing? It's kind of funny. One of my coaches, I was talking to him, and he was talking to me about another client. He never told me the client's name or anything like that. He kept it private. He said one of my clients, You know, because I'm into the law of attraction. I'm a law of attraction teacher, and he wanted to ask me how I think about the law of attraction. I was like, no, you need to be logical, and then you have to have illogical but logical at the same time. It's like you have to believe something's possible for you that you haven't attained before, or whatever it is, illogical, and then you have to, you know, be logical about how you're going to go about getting that. And this particular person that my coach was talking about was totally illogical. She was in the mindset of, oh, it'll just happen, it will work out, don't worry, da da da. Like, you know, I don't need to take action. She was watching mostly Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks's videos. That's who she watched. And the funny thing is, I said to my coach, she probably watches Abraham Hicks's videos. And guess what he said? How did you know that? Because I know that Abraham speaks mostly illogical. It's almost as if Abraham doesn't understand the physical. It's as if Abraham is operating from the isness. If you know who Abraham Hicks is, you know what I'm talking about. Abraham Hicks, or Esther Hicks, is channeling Abraham, and Abraham talks mostly in the illogical. And so people start to assume, you know, law of attraction is just, you know, illogical, airy-fairy, things will happen and work out for me. I don't think that's 100% accurate. And that's how the spiritual realm works. It works in the isness. It works in the is. And so it thinks a little bit different compared to actually understanding what people go through in life and all the challenges and da 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 da. The spiritual realm doesn't necessarily understand that. Okay, the spiritual realm doesn't understand good or bad. It just is, right? There's not, you know, this duality happening from spirituality, and so the spiritual realm, and so we need to understand that. So whilst I love Abraham Hicks, you know, I love the teachings and stuff like that, there needs to come a logical side. There's a famous rapper named Big Sean, and Big Sean actually watches or listens to and studies the teachings of the law of attraction. Specifically, he was speaking about Abraham Hicks in one of his videos. Now it's funny that this particular rapper has a lot of success in what he does, because although the teachings of Abraham is mostly the illogical, he's also applied the logical as well. Okay, the other side of the pole. And so he's not just putting it up in the air like magic, something's gonna happen and show up in my life. Probably wiped his ass off recording song after song after song after song in order to get where he wanted to be. So that's why it's important to find something that you're really passionate about. That's what's going to lead to the success. With the Abraham Hicks teachings, it's like inspired action. That's what she talks about. Inspired action, or Abraham talks about inspired action. Feel inspired to do things. I had a coaching call recently, and the client that I was working with believes that you can just be totally, you know, focused on inspired action. This is not realistic. Okay, this is not something that you're always going to feel all of the time. Sometimes you're not going to feel like doing stuff, and this is where I was like, you know, leaning back and like totally in the spiritual. I'm going to wait till I feel inspired until I take action. This is not how reality works. Okay, there's going to be times you're inspired, there's going to be times you're not inspired, there's going to be times you're motivated, there's going to be times you're not motivated. But if you're passionate about something, and if you have a strong why behind what it is that you are doing, when you don't feel like it, you do it anyway. When you're not inspired, you do it anyway. You're not waiting until you feel a certain way in order to get where you want to be or to help the people or whatever it is. My mission is to raise the vibration of the planet. If I don't take action when I could take action, it almost feels like I'm letting people down. I have a strong why. I have meaning. I have purpose. And so that's where the fire comes from. That's where the drive comes from. But the mind, body, ego might not feel like it. The emotion might not feel like it. Okay, that's the script. That's the ego. But we're doing it, right? We got stuff to do today. We're not waiting for our biology to be in alignment so that we can then take action. We have to be able to own our lives. I made a video on owning your life. All right, the link will be up here. Put it in the cards. Make sure you click the cards. Always got to be watching the cards, more videos from Wake Up Fulfilled, of course. My intention of this video is that you don't just go to one extreme, okay? Sometimes you need to be logical about the illogical. The illogical is ill. The illogical has the word ill in front of it. So it's not right? It's not complete. We need the logical to fit in, to make it right, okay? To balance it out. We can't just be in the creative mind all day, every day. If you're a painter, if you're a designer, if you're a makeup artist, if you're a hairdresser, if you're this, if you're this, you're a creative, you make videos, you design, make build architecture, whatever, right? Right brain, right brain, right brain, right brain. In order to make money from that and to live and to make it successful, left brain, left brain, left brain, left brain. We got to understand how this reality works. So whilst the right brain is like creative, here we go, right? What's the logical plan? What's the logical structure? What's the logical way in getting there? What's the habits, the behaviors, the belief systems that I need? What am I missing? What am I missing vibrationally, energetically, emotionally, mindset wise? What am I missing? What do I need to cultivate in order to be totally aligned with that illogical, the creative, the out there, the new? How do I bring it together, to fuse together, to make one unit, one thing? The is. How do I bring it to the isness, rather than being on one extreme? And so this video is specifically speaking to those who are totally in the extremes. Just notice the extremes in other areas of your life where you're becoming extreme. And where can you find the isness in that? This is from my experience of speaking to a lot of people. Alright? Speaking to a lot of people. My team speaking to a lot of people, just analyzing the market, our mastermind groups and stuff like this. If you really want to have a breakthrough, it's just about developing those behaviors, those habits, those attitudes, the skill sets, the mindsets that align with your dreams. So you're automatically taking action towards getting there. You're not using willpower, you're not using force. It's not frustration, oh, I have to do this today, I don't feel like doing this today. You're stepping into the type of person who just takes action, who just does that. And the thing is, if you really want that thing, if you really want to make that happen, it requires action. But it can be totally normal and neutral and natural to you to do that. You can shift this way of being. Be careful of your I ams, because your I ams will say, well, I'm like this, I could never be like that. Again, that's an extreme. I'm like this, I can never be like that. That's not me. I used to do this. I used to believe I couldn't do schedules. I used to believe that I couldn't speak a certain way around people and be confident and look people in their eyes when I'm speaking. But now I can do it. I created an identity that said I couldn't do that. I created an identity that said I'm ADD, attention deficit disorder. I created an identity that I can't follow schedules. I created an identity that I couldn't do a sleep routine. I created all of these identities. I can't. And so that's the person that I'm operating, and that's all that shows up for me. And when I implemented neutrality shifting on myself, what I was able to do is follow a schedule. I was able to go bed at a certain time. I was able to do all this stuff automatically and easily. Making videos for you was a part of it. I was like using so much willpower to make videos. Now making videos is just normal and natural and easy for me. I don't even have to think about it. It's almost like, oops, sorry. I made a video by accident. I made it by accident. It's just a habit. I can't help it. Sorry. Right? You almost want to be apologizing for the action that you're taking. Some people, they go on social media automatically. Some people, you know, they consume sugar automatically. Some people, like me, I go skating automatically, even when I'm not feeling like it. Like sometimes I'm tired, I don't want to go skating. I'm tired today because it's like a late thing. It's like a club party thing, and it starts at like 8 p.m. until 2 a.m. in the morning. And sometimes I'm just tired. You know, it's been a long work week. I don't want to go, but I go because it's just automatic. I love it. When I'm there, I feel good, right? Some people, they go to the gym automatically and it's easy and it's effortless. And so what we want to do, what we want to work out is how we can be like that, how we can create those particular behaviors. And so there's two options for you, okay? In here, right, what I'm going to do is in the cards, there's a meditation where you can visualize yourself as doing these habits and behaviors, or even visualizing yourself finding the business, finding the career path, finding what it is that you want to do, okay? And it's a particular audio that releases serotonin and dopamine. It's really powerful. Okay, so use that to neutrality shift to make that thing normal and natural in your life. Visualize the way you would prefer to be. Another way is you can get neutrality shifting coaching, where we work on you one-on-one and we create you into the person that has a logical way of being, the habits, the behavior, the structure that will lead to the life that you want. In any area, you want to improve your relationships, you want to improve your money, your success, your finances, your spirituality, getting rid of anxiety, you know, belief systems and stuff like this. Neutrality shifting can create you into a new personality, and your personality creates your personal reality, as we know. So what we're doing ultimately is shifting your personality. You literally become a different person, and you can't operate the old person anymore. It's funny, like, you know, when it came to like speaking and communicating with people, for me, I found it hard to change because people already knew me to be a certain way. Whereas with neutrality shifting, your personality's changed, so it's like you're not even thinking about what other people think and, you know, other people's opinions, and you just do it. Like, it's just like you can't help it. Sorry, done it by accident. Alright? So there will be a link in the description where you can find out more about neutrality shifting coaching. We're actually closing the doors pretty soon because my business partner, Jaden Johnson, my head coach Jaden Johnson, is actually needing to be on holiday for a week or two. Okay, so if you want to get in, the time is now. We're going to be closing the doors for some time. The link will be in the description. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, leave a comment. Sorry if it was like hard. Like, I know like some of this stuff might be challenging to hear and a lot of resistance against hearing it, but this is the truth. It's what I've experienced, you know, working with my clients. And once we show them this stuff, they're able to like get that money and get that success. I actually done a session with someone a few days ago. She had problems making money. I was like, okay, what habits do you need? What you need to remove? I removed the trauma and all this stuff. And the next day, she made her first ever money online. She made her first sale. She made £160 overnight from me having that session with me. And that's the first ever money she's made in her business ever. It's crazy. Just after one session. So we got loads of success stories. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll speak to you soon. Keep watching, keep learning, keep it expanding. There's videos on the screen right now. I'll speak to you soon. Peace.